Hi, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Johnny, and this is Table Talk. We created this space to invite conversations that impact our community.
We wanted to influence you, yes, you, in a way where whether you're positive or negative, anyone can relate. So come along on this journey with us and let's think,
Grow
and learn
together.
Something that's most popular in the HIV community is sero-sorting or sero-dating, which means usually people with the same status only want to date each other.
Mhm.
So if someone is HIV positive, they only want to date and be in a relationship with someone who is HIV positive. If they're HIV negative, they only want to date and be in a relationship with someone who is HIV negative.
Mhm.
However, just because you may be a positive person or be a person living with HIV doesn't necessarily mean you have to date someone who is positive. You can actually date someone who is negative and be in a long-lasting, healthy relationship.
Right, and I think a lot of times too, as you often say, 2017, your chances of coming into contact with someone who is positive, it's a great chance that can happen.
Right.
But just because they're positive and you're not positive, you may be looking like, what do we do now? And we're living proof that it can work. Being a discordant couple, we found a routine that works for us. Davis never hid his status from me.
Right.
And I think that if you're going to be in any type of relationship, heterosexual, homosexual, any of the sexuals, as you say, you need to make sure that communication is key. You need to know your status, you need to know your partner's status. And if you do come into contact with someone who is HIV positive, it's okay. It really is okay. I have been loving this man for 5 years, and it is a beautiful situation, but we do our work to make sure that we're the healthiest that we can be.
Yes, and know the risks.
Yes.
Know that every time you interact with someone intimately, know what you're getting involved in.
Mhm.
Knowing that just knowing their status is not enough.
Right.
You have to know if they're adhering to medication.
Mhm.
You have to know the types of medication that they're on.
Mhm.
You have to know what the side effects are, because if you get into contact with somebody intimately and they're on a medication that you may be allergic to,
Right.
so you have to know even those things, because even those things can have a negative effect on you. We do know now that CDC has
Mhm.
presented data that U equals U,
Mhm.
meaning undetectable
Mhm.
equals untransmittable.
Right.
So if that person who is living with HIV is on medication
Right.
and adhering to that medication, then and they have an undetectable viral load, then it's virtually impossible to transmit the virus to someone else through intimate contact.
Right. And we always like to provide education because someone watching may or may not know, well, what is viral load? So tell them what viral load is.
So viral load means how much of the virus that is actually in your blood by milliliter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are under 25, usually it's under 20, 25 milliliters, they measure the amount of virus in your blood.
Gotcha.
So if you are taking a test to test for HIV, I have also heard of people who are HIV positive, knowing that they are undetectable, will go and get an HIV test that may come up negative and get with somebody who is negative and to just say that they are now negative.
Right.
No, if you go to a medical provider and they're doing the right kinds of tests, they will know that you have antiretroviral therapy running through your veins.
Right.
So if you are somebody who is HIV negative and you get with somebody who you think or may suspect be a person living with HIV, and they may not have told you or whatever, and you're thinking about entering into a relationship with them, do your research.
Right.
Know the risks. And the way to know the risks is to do your research. Find out as much as you possibly can about the person that you're about to enter into a relationship with.
Right. And I think, the takeaways from this is it's not the end of the world if you come into contact with someone who's HIV positive.
Right.
It could be a new beginning for you, and you have to learn to have an insightful outlook on whoever you meet, because there's so many different colorful people in this world, and to just stop at a status, you could miss out on a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
Know your risk. Make sure that if you do have someone that you encounter who's HIV positive, make sure they're in care.
Yes.
And do all you can as the person being in the relationship, whether negative or positive, to make sure that they adhere to their medication. And if you're positive, make sure you adhere to your medication.
And there's nothing like support.
Mm-hmm.
Be supportive. Whether you are the person living with HIV, be supportive enough to be able to answer those questions of your HIV negative partner.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a person that is HIV negative, support the person who is HIV positive.
Mm-hmm.
Be there when you can. Make sure you remind them to take their medication. Make sure you remind them about their doctor's appointments. Make sure you just be there to support them emotionally.
Right.
Because there are days that, sometimes it does weigh on you. I can't
Right.
lie. It does weigh on you. So that's what we think. But we want to know what you think. Email us at officialdavidandjohnny@gmail.com.
Follow us on social media at David and Johnny. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can also follow us on YouTube, David Johnny.
Thanks so much to the Poz.com family for this amazing opportunity to continue to provide you great digital content. I'm David.
I'm Johnny.
And we'll see you next time right here at the table.
Bye.
Bye.